Hello Aries, how are you doing? Okay, I'm doing a preview of your year 2020, okay? I need you guys to do me a favor. If this resonates with you in any way, please hit the subscribe button, okay? I'm not sure what's going on with YouTube, but it seems like videos are not circulating the way they're supposed to. Like when I'm watching videos sometimes, I notice that the videos at the bottom of the screen, they don't even switch out when I switch a video. It's very strange. So anyway, please show some support for me by hitting the subscribe button, okay? So I'm going to start this reading with your career occupational choices, your outlook, okay? And I'm going to go into some possible storylines and some other personal information that could be relevant to you. The reading may resonate with you and it may not, okay? So let's start with, okay. So as I was working on your cards and shuffling, 4 cards popped out pretty quickly before I started asking questions about what I wanted to see. So one of the cards was body work, okay? So your life purpose involves body work such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training, okay? So the first 4 cards, I'm not sure if they will resonate with you or not. I had to leave them because only 2 other cards popped out and I was like, okay, those cards probably were relevant. Okay, so that was body work. This card is healer. Okay, you have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. Normally when cards pop out and I put them back, they do pop out again later, so hopefully it's relevant to you. The next card is teaching. You inspire young people to learn. Okay, and family. Loving your friends and family is central to your life purpose. So those cards may or may not resonate with you. These 2 definitely popped out for you. Nutrition. You conduct healing work with your culinary skills. Okay, and the next one is builder. Your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. Okay, so now we have, that was your life purpose oracle card. Okay, now we have like a wealth code oracle card, okay? And there are multiple ones, okay? And this is still about your career aspirations. These are, say for instance, if you're seeking a new career, these may be areas that may grab your attention, okay? So if it does, maybe perhaps look into it, okay? So the artist, okay, so I create my vision. Maybe perhaps you're seeking to become an artist. The collaborator, I co-create to create. I'm sorry if I get a little quiet. Okay. The administrator, I walk with a foot in both the earthly and spiritual worlds. The merchant, opportunities to prosper are everywhere. The engineer, every problem has a solution. Okay. The celebrity, I lead with my light. I know there's a lot, but they kind of all popped out, so I didn't want to leave it out if it was relevant to you. The advocate, I align with the greater good for all. I'm gonna, I guess, put this one up here. Okay. The mystic, I am spiritually wealthy. And then the last one, the king, I powerfully lead my mission. Isn't it so interesting how it's an Aries reading, it ended with the king? I know you guys are kind of fast, and I don't know, it ended with the king. It just made me think of like a strong animal. You guys are strong and fast. So let me see. Isn't This is about leadership. I powerfully lead my mission, okay? Aries are strong. You guys know yourself. You want to lead. You're not afraid to speak out, okay? So I find it funny that this card, so when I saw all of those cards pop out for the Wealth Oracle cards, like I was like, okay, the King, I was like, yeah, let me include all of them because I'm almost sure they want to hear this one. So I don't want to leave anything out. So, okay, those are your Wealth Oracle cards. I might leave those on the table. I'm not sure if I'm going to put cards on top of it. So, because as I shuffled cards, I did the wealth cards first. So this next card kind of lines up with those cards, okay? So, this is Pathway. So, look at the table for a moment. And if you saw a card that drew your attention, like it's a career aspiration you may be looking to get into, to delve into. Okay, so you're on a pathway that may be leading you to your desired occupation, and maybe perhaps you may gain a partnership, okay, as you walk on that pathway. I'm just gonna lay this card down anywhere. Okay, so the next card is occupation. The occupation card is meaning maybe perhaps you're self-employed. You don't have to be, because I'm sure many Aries are listening and you guys are not all self-employed. Okay. Official person. So are you getting orders from this person? Is this a boss? Or if you are self-employed, are you having to work under someone? Like, say for instance, if you're working under YouTube still maybe give you some rules, like you can't curse or you can't, you know, whatever rules they give to you. I'm not saying they said you can't curse, but so anyway, there's an official person that is relevant to you. And then we have a gift. So maybe perhaps this is a Christmas gift or a work bonus. Okay, wealthy man. So you will be shown ways to do better in your work. This wealthy man could be the official person, maybe giving you the rules for your self-employment or whatever the case may be. Okay, so change. A move or a career change may be relevant. Expectation. You are waiting patiently. So you're not trying to make moves right now. You're maybe working on your occupation, but you're not like, I don't know, you're just continuously working, going through the routine. Okay, so great fortune. This is a good card, but let's see the card that comes next. The card that comes next is distant horizons. So it's like you're thinking that you want to have a great fortune in the distant horizon. Say for instance, if you're self-employed. So this might be one of those storylines that may or may not be relevant for you. It doesn't have to be if you're self-employed. It could just be in general. It's like because the great fortune card is next to the distant horizons, that's a thought that's on your mind. You're attempting to gain a great fortune, okay? But then it's like it's great to have good aspirations. But then the next card that comes up is coffin. So it's almost like you're working on something and you hope to make great wealth from it. But for some reason it's being shut down. And I'm not sure if it's related to the official person or I'm not sure. Okay, so anyway, the next card is main female. The card next to that is mature man. So they're probably a couple. For some reason, the main female card is slipping and sliding. Okay, the next card is community. So it's very possible there's a main female who's working with the mature male, and you guys are maybe working within your community on some type of project. Remember also that we saw the change card. I don't know if I need to take it up and make a mess of the cards, but maybe there's a change from the self-employment to maybe a community project or something. So now we have a different type of card coming up. So the last card we had was community, and now we have a gift. Okay? So I'm not sure if now you're working in the community in a charitable organization, maybe. Okay. Now this gets a little bit deeper. So now we have a malady. I'm not sure what this is about. So I guess if you're working in a community for a charitable organization, keep your hands clean and keep maybe your fingers away from your eyes and nose, like while you're out touching things and picking up bacteria. I'm not sure what type of malady. That could just be a cold. Okay, so some money. So maybe you got a cold or you felt a little bit ill and you went to the doctor and it cost you money. Now, like I said, these are storylines. Part of the storyline could be relevant or maybe all of it. I'm not sure. So the next card is thief. So maybe perhaps you went to the doctor and then you had to spend more money than you anticipated. So you almost felt like you were being robbed from. Sadness. So if your pockets are low, it makes you feel sad because you don't want your pockets to be empty. Okay, so now we have a widower, but it's in the reverse. And so I don't know if that means, let's see, does it mean that you're gaining a wife instead of losing a wife? Is there a masculine gaining a wife instead of losing a wife? I don't know. I don't know if it still means widower, like a masculine is in danger of oh wait, watching over the health of his wife, okay? So be careful. If you're a masculine Aries and you have a wife, if she feels ill, I guess see about it promptly to make sure that it's taken care of. And sometimes also to be careful because sometimes when you go to the doctor, they may make a mountain out of a molehill, and that could also cause a problem long term, like down the road, where things get blown out of proportion, and then maybe perhaps something bad can come out of that. Just be reasonable and kind of know. I can't tell you to go against your doctor's advice, but just be aware because for some reason there is some illness. Also, be careful what you eat, okay? Be careful what you eat and who you eat from, okay? So if it's a person you know and you trust, maybe perhaps you can eat from them. But sometimes, even our friends and family, sometimes be careful. If you have a beef with them, be careful who you eat from, okay? That might keep you out of the doctor's office. Okay, so anyway, this widower card here, I was wondering, does a man gain a wife since it's a widower in the reverse? So the next card is lover. So there, if you're masculine Aries, I don't know if that you're losing a spouse and then you become a lover to someone else. I'm not sure if that's what's going on. Okay, then we have a country house. So the lover maybe lives in a country house. And we have merchant in the reverse. Okay, so be careful of con artist or tricky situations or products. And this card I'm just going to put up here now. Okay. Now we have a lot of money, but it's in the reverse. So maybe that's a little bit of money. And let's see what about it. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit of money. And the previous card was merchant. So maybe perhaps you get conned out of a little bit of money. I'm not sure. So what I noticed is like if you do spend money during Mercury retrograde, sometimes like you'll buy products and if it's like a food item, it might be old and spoiled or, it's almost like the worst products come out sometimes during Mercury retrograde. So I don't know. This is a year preview. So just be aware. If it's a little bit of money, I don't know if it matters to you, but I don't know if it will be relevant. Anyway, delay is the next card. So I'm not sure what we're delaying. I don't know. The next card, there are a lot of cards. The next card is faithfulness, affection. Because right now we're at 15 minutes, so I think we'll get to 30 minutes by the time we're done. So something is on delay, and it's in regard to faithfulness or affection. And now we have a loss of money. I don't know, is it a pet? Okay, did we buy a pet and we lost money? What was it about the merchant? Okay, be careful of being conned if you're buying a pet. It is let me see. It may be a little bit of money that's spent. You have a delay in getting the pet, and the pet may be faithful. I'm not sure. Getting the pet makes you lose money. And then surprise. So the surprise is that the loss of money becomes a blessing in disguise. So maybe perhaps you lost, I don't know how you lost money, but it may bless you anyway. I don't know what happened. So if you lost your pet, maybe perhaps you talked about it with a friend and met up with a new, let's see. I'm not sure what happened, but there's joyfulness. I'm not sure. You guys have to watch this later and figure out what happened. I don't know. So joyfulness. So we lost some money. We had some type of surprise, but we're joyful anyway. Okay. The next card is house. Maybe there's a happy house. Surprise, we went to go visit a happy house. Or, let's see. There's a marriage. Something related to the pet. If there was a pet that was purchased and you felt like you were conned out of money or something, maybe perhaps if you lost the pet or something, you lost some money in regard to the pet. Maybe perhaps you met someone new and it made you happy. Like you met a friend walking your dog or something. And let's see. So we were joyful. There's a house and a marriage. I don't know. House and marriage. That's good news. Okay. And not only did the marriage card come out once, it came out twice. And so this small deck of cards, I was shuffling the whole deck of cards. So the marriage card came out twice in a row while I was shuffling the same deck. So I don't know what that means. But something in regard to maybe a pet. Let me check something. Okay, see guys, faithfulness and affection, and that's a dog. Okay, I just am gonna guess it's a pet. So, and if it's not a pet, maybe perhaps the merchant's upside down. Maybe perhaps the merchant you purchased from was handsome and you guys hit it off or something. I'm not sure. Let's see. I seem to have skipped the space where I was laying cards, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Let's see. Or no, I didn't. Okay. So anyway, we have the marriage card twice, and then we have a sincere friend. So maybe perhaps you're marrying a friend, or I'm not sure. Maybe you're marrying a sincere friend. The next card is the thief card. Now, this doesn't mean the person you're marrying is a thief. It could mean the person is stealing your energy. So maybe perhaps you're marrying someone, but that person, they may be your friend, but it's like they're stealing your energy and you don't realize it. So I guess be watchful, be mindful of that. The next card is Lord in the reverse. And this means, like, you're not in charge of yourself. Like Lord, sovereign, it's the opposite of you being sovereign over yourself. So someone's telling you what you can and cannot do. And this is probably in regard to the marriage, okay? So you're marrying to someone who is probably being controlling and they're stealing your energy. And next we have friend in the reverse. So we just heard that we were marrying a sincere friend, but now we're starting to see that that friend is maybe an enemy or controlling or stealing our energy. So be mindful of that for your year, okay? So the last card we just had was friend in the reverse, and then we have this card one more time. This is the thief card again. So I'm not sure if there's a friend around your marriage that's stealing your energy, or if this is your partner and it's saying it 2 times. Like this person is really stealing your energy. So be careful, be aware. Okay, so the next card that we have is service. And this is about a gentleman, maybe perhaps in your sphere of influence. You run into this gentleman and he's helpful to you. Okay, so we have the faithfulness card, and this time it may not be about the pet. It may be about the gentleman, like you met a nice gentleman. And I'm not sure if it has to be a male who's being gentle, but gentleman is a state of being. So gentleman or gentlewoman, you met someone who's a good person and they're faithful. Okay, the next card is consolation. So this is about a sum of money. I don't know if it's a small amount of money, like a consolation prize. There's some money that's relevant in some way, shape, or form in regard to this service person who maybe perhaps you gave the service person a tip. It's a nice person. They were faithful, they were affectionate, they were helpful. You gave them a tip, perhaps. Okay, now we have reconciliation. So you met a gentleman, a gentlewoman, and they were nice. You gave them a tip, but you're not going to reunite with them. But maybe it's someone that you think is relevant because it came up in your reading. Maybe it's someone you're interested in. And then we have a sigh, like someone's like sad because of something. So the sigh maybe, okay, the reason why we possibly did not reunite with that person that we're interested in, maybe someone's late, or, maybe someone had to take a trip and they weren't in town, or I'm not sure, but it didn't happen. It's like someone you're interested in, but you just didn't get to see them again. But they were relevant to you because it was brought up in this reading. So the next card is gift. Gift. Who's giving a gift to whom? I'm sorry I didn't get to see you again, mister. You're so helpful to me today. I really wanted to get in touch with you and go out for dinner, but since I can't, let me send you a card, or I don't know, something like that, some gift. How is that relevant to you? Okay. Okay. So then we have a consultant. I don't know how serious this is. Maybe it could be pretty serious. Like you met this person you're really, really sincerely into, and you're like, let's go out on a date. But for some reason, someone couldn't show. And not only did we give them a gift, I almost wonder if this is a masculine energy. Like he liked someone who could be a feminine energy. I'm not sure. But like he sent her a gift because he couldn't make it to dinner or to whatever else. And then there's a consultant involved. It seems a little bit deep. A consultant is helping the Aries person to make something happen for the person they're interested in. So the consultant maybe gave advice that you guys should go out to a pleasant pastime, go out for dancing, go to the movies, go do something together. The consultant could be a friend. Okay, so inconstancy, okay? So maybe perhaps you did get the date, but the person is not steady and stable. They're not staying in your life. They're coming and going, and so you can't develop a relationship with them. Okay, so that's our storyline, okay? So that may be in love. So let's get a little bit deeper in the love relationships and see what else is going on for you for 2020. Okay, so, okay, before I go into love, let me go into some general really quickly, and then we can go into love. Well, it depends. Let me see. I'm going to go into love, okay? So we were just talking about this friend, this gentleman. Actually, it's not a friend, it's a gentleman. So gentleman or gentlewoman, okay? So the reason why you're interested in this person is a past life relationship, okay? You have known each other before, so this person got your attention. You can't get them off your mind. that you have a past life relationship with this person. Okay, and now we're supposed to flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and your spiritual path. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your youthful spirit of fun to shine. So, I mean, this is a person, maybe perhaps you've known them before. You ran into a person you knew before, and you remember the good old days when you guys used to hang out together, or this person just has a deep, like an inner child within them, and you guys both connect in that way, and so you like want to just totally catch up on old times, or, you know, do things that you haven't done in years that really bring you joy. Okay? So this is not like a relationship where you have to be stiff and, you know, just be very, very proper. No, this is a relationship where you can be yourself, okay? And you feel like this deep connection to this person, and you can't get them out of your mind, but for some reason you can't get it together with them right now. So anyway, it says stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So if you can't get together with them now, just wait it out and see, okay? Further confirmation, we have the trust card. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Note that we had the marriage card 2 times back to back. And I don't think we had like a relationship going on that we're aware of with those smaller cards. With the, what do you call those cards? The, I'm not sure what you call that deck of cards. The Kipper cards. We did have a mature man and a main female. So, in a community, okay? So I'm not sure if this is relevant to your situation. And then so further down as we did the reading, we just had that we met someone who was given a service. They were helping us in some way. Maybe they were at work, okay? You met them either at their workplace, because they're the one who's doing service for you, okay? So maybe you met them at a social gathering and they were in a position of service during the gathering, something like that, okay? So anyway, like I said, we had double marriage cards, but we didn't have a marriage. I'd have to go back and look to see what happened here. We had double marriage cards and a sincere friend still in our energy. Okay, so there was maybe a marriage already. I can't remember. There was maybe a marriage and the person's still in our energy, and after they continued to steal our energy, then we met a sincere friend. So we're already married to a person that's not meaning us well, and then we found a person from our past life, and then you can't get it together with that person, okay? So I hope that makes sense now. Okay, so you're having faith and you're staying optimistic and you're trusting that it'll work out in its own time. So now we have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your unusual type and expectations. So maybe perhaps you expected for the person to meet up with you when they said they would, but maybe for some reason life kept them away from you. And so anyway, the next card is codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So I don't know what that means. The Aries person is married and the person's still in their energy. Maybe perhaps there's a codependency. Maybe the Aries person can't get to the past life partner. So I'm not sure. Okay? Maybe vice versa. Maybe flip it around. Okay, so I'm done with those cards, but we have a few more romantic cards for you. Okay. I'm going to stop the romantic cards here and I'm going to go back into some other cards, okay? Okay, the Spirit. Unseen forces watch over you, okay? This card can be pretty deep, okay? You ran into someone, their past life partner. Maybe perhaps you guys are connecting in the 5D realm when you're sleeping. Maybe perhaps before you even met them, you saw them in the 5D realm in your dreams. Maybe perhaps they have a connection to you and you're not aware of it. And maybe perhaps they're more aware of you than you know. Maybe someone's keeping tabs on someone. Who knows? So the next card is the Knight. Triumph over adversity. So I don't know if this is pertaining to romance or not, but for some reason I wanted to read these cards next. So maybe perhaps you may get to see that person again. Okay, the Hourglass. Time is of the essence. So it's something that may not happen now, but it'll happen in due time. The Wolf. Be aware of who you trust. Okay? Now I wonder, who is this about? This could be about your spouse. Okay, because remember we had an energy thief around us who we are possibly married to. So be aware of who you trust. The Chimera, if I said it right, imagination clouds your judgment. Okay? Maybe the energy thief is maybe manipulative or deceptive, so you have to be careful that they're not putting wrong thoughts in your head. It doesn't have to be them, because we had a sincere friend and we had an enemy. And so it could be that you have an enemy around too. So maybe perhaps your spouse is stealing your energy and other people around you could be doing the same thing. Okay, the Sun. So your perseverance is rewarded. We had triumph over adversity, and then we have perseverance being rewarded. What does that mean? Interesting. Okay, Medusa. Jealousy leads to downfall. And I'm not sure who this is. Maybe perhaps this is a spouse that's stealing energy. Because people want to steal your energy when they're jealous of you, maybe, or they can't make their own energy. So I guess be careful of your spouse being jealous of you. Okay, and then this card, the Spider. Be meticulous and patient. Sorry if those cards are not straight. Okay, it's the last little stack of cards. What time is it? 32. Wow, about 10 more minutes. And then we'll be done. This is pretty long. Okay, so now I'm not sure who these cards are referring to. Okay, so these are whispers of love, romantic cards, oracle cards. So it says spend some quality time together. Okay, remember how we said time is of the essence? I'm reading these cards at my own discretion, and so this deck is next. So it's saying maybe perhaps you did run into the person. Be meticulous and patient. Maybe you ran into the person. Now you guys can spend quality time together. It is imperative that we spend quality time with those that we are in a significant relationship with, listening and talking to each other. And maybe this could be on the phone or something. It doesn't maybe have to be in person. Be authentic to who you are. You are asked to be real and true pertaining to who you are and how you feel. Be willing to express love. When we express love, we begin to receive more love. So let's see. So, okay. So we're spending quality time together. We're being authentic to who we are. We're expressing our love. So I'm sure we're in communication with this person in some way, shape, or form. I'm going to pour some water. Give me 1 second. I've been talking a while. I didn't know I'd get thirsty. So hold on 1 second. Okay. All right, here I am again. Okay. All right, I got thirsty. Okay. So the next card is diving for light. So this card is about your trouble is pushing you to overcome. Your trouble possibly with your marriage partner is pushing you to overcome and to find creative ways of overcoming, okay? It's kind of like sometimes, I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes, like, say for instance, for me, when I started doing these YouTube tarot readings, I was going through a personal situation. And so all of a sudden, I had this free time. Like some things were moved out of my life, and then all of a sudden, I had this free time to make something of myself, okay? That's when adversity pushes us to do something that we didn't think we had time to do. Or some people may not have had the perseverance or the ambition to do something. So it's just like tumultuous times sometimes bring blessing. Maybe perhaps that's why you have to go through them, because they're building blocks to help you succeed in life down the road. So the next card is Heaven Sent. So this card means that you have a spiritual gift that you find working through your struggles, okay? So like I said, your struggle pushes you to search yourself and figure out ways to overcome. And then as you're overcoming, maybe you find the gifts that you had deep down inside in the first place. Okay, so the next card, you see how I sound better? Because like I was really thirsty. And I'm taking another sip of water. All right. Okay, so the next card is Come to Life, and it's in the reverse. So maybe perhaps you're trying not to feel, because when Come to Life is upright, you are like, oh my gosh, I'm alive, I'm breathing, I'm so happy, I want to just go and do something, I'm so excited, right? But Come to Life in the reverse is almost like you're in pain, because it's like maybe it's the love of your life and you can't reach that person, and it's making you feel very sad and you're trying to turn off your feelings. So the next card is The Word Wants to Be Written. So let's see. Be your natural self. Don't repress your natural let's see, your natural beautiful gifts that are inside of you. Those things you're finding as you're going through your struggle. Don't repress that. And let's see what else. Unless it's like an unhealthy habit, unhealthy gift. Like say for instance, if you found out your gift is to do magic, but it's like black magic or something, maybe perhaps that may not be the best thing to use, as you're trying to overcome a struggle. So, like I'm saying, the word wants to be written. It's about being yourself. It's about being thankful for those beautiful gifts that you have deep down inside that will make you a better person and make the world a better place to be. So the next card is Inner Trust. So follow your intuition, basically. Again, we're talking about like our spiritual gifts and how we use them to overcome our struggles. So the next card is Dream a Beautiful Dream, but it's in the reverse. So it's almost like you have this love and you really, really, really want to connect with this person, but for some reason life is not allowing you to. Time is of the essence, or time is essential. I don't remember what the card said. But anyway, you're dreaming a beautiful dream, but it's like, oh my gosh, you just can't achieve it. Maybe it's the entrepreneurial business or something that you're trying to run on your own, and you had to shift your mind and change to something else regarding to your community. So, there's something that the Aries is trying to do during 2020. It could be in romance and it could be in career that you guys are pushing to do something, but for some reason, maybe the timing is not right. Maybe the circumstances are not right. And so I can look for the card. I'm not sure. Okay, let's see. It says, yeah, time is of the essence, okay? So just note, if you don't get your desired outcome in 2020, maybe perhaps you will get to it a little bit later, okay? But so we mentioned some things about your career and about your love life. And so if you cannot resolve it now, like whatever it is that you're trying to overcome, okay? If you can't resolve it now, Maybe perhaps you're going to release certain things and leave it in divine timing. Whenever the time is right, that it'll come back to you. Okay. Oh my, wait, hold on. The beautiful dream that you were dreaming could have been about your marriage, because I wasn't paying attention as I was reading the cards. What were we talking about? So let's see. These cards, be willing to express your love, diving for light. That was in regard to your marriage. So let me see. So basically these are issues you're trying to sort through in your marriage life, where you're maybe trying to release the messed up dynamics, release the soul ties, release the negative energies that are around you in your marriage so that you can feel better. Maybe perhaps that's why there was no reunion. Maybe because you're married, and maybe perhaps the one person couldn't go because they're attached. They couldn't reunite, but they feel that tie to the person, their past life partner. Okay, so anyway, we're releasing something that's not serving us now. We're releasing this beautiful dream, whether this is in career or whether it's in your romantic life. And as we release it, we feel a void. Okay, and this void means that you're healing, resting, and getting ready to start over again. Okay. The next card is gratitude. This is self-explanatory. So you're giving thanks for the blessings that are in your life. And you're saying, you know what? Divine, I want you to bring me these things that I asked for, whether it's success in my business or whether it's a romantic partner. I want you to bring those things to me, but I'm grateful for the things that I have, and I know it'll take time, and so I'll wait patiently. So here we have trust. That's what I just explained. It's about trusting in divine timing, that whatever it is that you need, that you've been working on, that you will achieve it or receive it in due time. See, is there anything else about that? That's about using your intuition too. Okay, I've been talking for a while. So anyway, attraction. This is the number 44. I don't know if that number is relevant to you, but attraction. So we're put in trust. We have a void. I don't know if there was a divorce that took place as we released the beautiful dream that we had. Maybe we dreamed. You see this card, dream a beautiful dream. It's like we see the world. Like, you are my world. I married you. You're my world. I thought I had everything when I had you. But that beautiful dream didn't work out so much when you were stealing my energy. And I had to let you go because the release card was right after that card. Okay. So I'm almost sure maybe perhaps a divorce might have taken place. And so let's see. We had attraction, and now we have patience. Remember, we're attracted to the service person earlier in the reading. And so now we're patiently waiting for things to work out in due time. Okay. So now we have the masculine, the energy of the masculine. Well, the masculine is supposed to be protecting, I guess, the feminine energy, being a leader and being protective and not hurting. I'm not sure which partner was stealing energy, but I'm not sure if it was the masculine who was stealing energy. Maybe perhaps he's learning how to not do that and to learn how to protect and be a good leader instead of stealing and taking from other people he's supposed to be protecting. Okay, we have fear reversed. So I'm not sure if the Aries is the masculine or if that's the partner. I don't know. Okay, it doesn't matter. I'll tell you why in a minute. Anyway, fear. The masculine is not feeling fear. Fear is in the reverse. The masculine is feeling comfortable. And as I was saying that the 44, I was at 44 as I was talking about this fear. card. So maybe for some reason the 44 is significant to someone, okay? Anyway, the masculine is not feeling fear. He's not feeling bullied. He's not feeling codependent. He is basically standing in his power and trying to take leadership, okay? And now we have the feminine energy, creation, and we have a female on this card. Normally in regular tarot cards, this card would be maybe the Empress card. So creation, we are creating something. It could be a new project. It could be a child. It could be a new beginning. Okay. Okay. So whatever it is that is being created, there is a resistance. Okay. So if it's a child, maybe someone's afraid to have a child. If it's a business, maybe perhaps there are red tape that you have to go through to get it off the ground. But there's a resistance to the new thing being created. We also had the attraction card up here earlier. Okay, let me see something. We had attraction, we had patience, and then we had a masculine and a feminine. The masculine is not afraid. The feminine is being stopped. Okay? So remember when we had the service person? Okay, maybe it could be that the masculine is the Aries and the masculine went out to dinner and his waitress was serving him and she was faithful, like friendly, faithful, gentle, okay? And he was attracted to her, and they have a past life connection. And let's see. So anyway, after he released his spouse who was still in his energy, then all of a sudden he had free space. He had a void of space that he could fill with a new person. So, okay, so now he's attracted to a feminine, but she has resistance. She may be in a marriage or a relationship, okay? And let's see if there's anything else. So now we have faith. And faith is kind of what it states. Faith is about, okay, say for instance, if there was a child, because remember we had attraction. Okay, we had attraction and we had patience. Let me see. So we have the attraction card that could be intimacy, and patience could be a time period of waiting if there was a child created. So, right, so this is making sense. So faith here is about if we had a resistance to a pregnancy or something, faith might be the faith might be keeping the child and believing things will work out. That could be, okay, resistance to having a child. Maybe the masculine and feminine got together and they were intimate. They made a child. Maybe the feminine was scared, but then she learned to have faith that everything will be okay. I don't know if it's the feminine or the masculine who is. Okay, so they got together. They were intimate. The masculine was not afraid. The feminine is the one who's afraid. Okay, so she's overcoming her fear. And maybe perhaps she's recognizing that there's beauty because, oh, it's so interesting. Okay, we have creation with the feminine here. And then the faith card. You see how her belly looks kind of pregnant? Okay, so it's almost like the cards did kind of show it. It's amazing. So it's like saying there was a pregnancy. The feminine was scared. And what is it that I have here? Beauty is the next card. There's beauty in the pregnancy. Even if your body is changing, you have to learn how to love yourself, okay? And maybe that's what the fear is. Learning how to love yourself as you grow and change, as you become more of a responsible person or you have more responsibilities, okay? And so we have realization in the reverse. And this means that you're forgetting about yourself or some subject matter that you hold dear. Okay. She's having a realization. Okay. Realization is reversed. Okay. So instead of being aware of yourself, you're forgetting about yourself. You're not saying I'm most important. No, I'm not most important. The baby is more important. And you're starting to not only look for your own interest. Hold on a second. You're not only looking for your own interest, you're looking out for someone else's interest. So this is maturity. She's learning and growing and becoming more mature and responsible. Okay, so this card is interesting. This is beginning, but it's in the reverse. So I don't know what is going on here, because it's like you're shutting something or a person out of your life. And I don't know who or what that is. So I don't know what that's about. It might be that she made a choice or something. Okay, nourishment is in the reverse. You're not feeding the situation or person the energy you used to. It seems like something's going on. It's almost like she's learning how to accept her new body and her new self, but she's not eating properly. Or what was it? The new beginning is not working out. Like I said, something's going on if there's a pregnancy. So if you do want to keep a pregnancy and you're Aries, or your person is pregnant, you have to make sure that they eat properly if they want to keep the child. And then this is the last card, assessing, and it's in the reverse. So let me see. You're thinking of taking a new leap. Let me see. Hold on. We're not nourishing the child, and the new beginning is not starting. I don't know if there's a miscarriage or something, because it seems like it's based on not eating properly. But anyway, we're assessing the situation, or failing to assess the situation. That's what it seems like. I don't know. Maybe perhaps the feminine is failing to understand if she wants to keep the baby, she has to eat properly. I don't know if that's what's going on. So that's something you have to talk to your partner about. I don't know which card this comes behind. Okay. So that was the last card in the reading. So there were lots of cards. I hope I was very insightful. I hope I helped you in some way, shape, or form. You guys, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button if you're listening and it was relevant to you in some way, okay? If you do need a personal reading, look down in the description box. The lowest price is $2 on PayPal if you need a personal reading. And let me see. And press the like button also if it resonates for you. And if you have a comment on a subject matter you want me to do a reading on, leave it in the comments section, okay? I hope I helped you guys. That was like almost a whole hour, okay, of my free time. So please bless me back and hit the subscribe button, okay? All right, thanks. Take care. All right, bye.